Ho 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 and yippee you crazy motherfuckers. Welcome to another episode of the Films with Ferrell experience. That's right, folks, we've changed the name up just a little bit. We're expanding. That's right, we're more than just a podcast these days. So hence, we're getting into the experience. We've got quite the episode here for you today. As promised, we will be examining probably one of the most controversial subjects in the world today. That's right, folks. It's even more controversial than the Warren Commission and the Magic Bullet Theory. I am talking about why Die Hard is in fact a Christmas movie. That's right, folks. It is not officially Christmas until Hans Gruber falls off the top of Nakatomi Plaza. That's just the way it is. So we've talked to scientists. We've glazed over a little bit of research. We tried to do some reading. We looked at some photos. We tied a tie. We threw on some glasses. All right, and we're prepared to get after it. If you're ready to get after it, I highly suggest you hit the subscribe button, the like button, the poke button, the follow button, the Yo Mama button. I don't know what other kind of buttons are out there, folks, but if you're liking what you see, subscribe, strap in. It's going to be a bumpy ride. All right, folks. So, in order to explain why Die Hard is in fact a Christmas movie, we must first ask ourselves a little bit. We must ponder what actually constitutes a Christmas movie. That's right, folks. We need to go a little bit deeper. What makes up a Christmas movie, okay? So when I think about a Christmas movie, I think about a couple key pieces that make up really any solid Christmas movie, okay? Number one, does it take place during the Christmas season? Okay, is this going on around Christmas time? Is that when the story is taking place? Okay. Number two, does it have some key Christmas themes? So what I mean by themes is, themes that are evident in the story. Okay, they could be themes of love. They could be themes of family. They could be themes of redemption. They could be themes of reuniting family. Okay, especially around the holidays. These themes are very present in, no pun intended right there, because Christmas, ding. These themes are very present in these Christmas movies. And the last piece, we got to ask ourselves, does it contain other Christmas elements? Okay, when I say other Christmas elements, you can kind of do your own assumptions here. Does it have enough other elements revolving around Christmas where one could believe that it would be a Christmas movie? Are there Christmas trees? Are there traditional staples, a Santa, snow, Christmas music, things along those lines? Some key elements right there that would lead someone to believe it is a Christmas movie, all right? So those would be some of the elements I would be looking for in a Christmas movie, and down the rabbit hole we go. Let's look at number one. Takes place during Christmas. Let's examine. Takes place during the Christmas season. Not only does Die Hard take place during the Christmas season, it takes place on Christmas Eve. That's right, John McClane has just arrived in Los Angeles from New York to see his wife and his children. Now, his wife, Holly, took the kids, moved to LA, took on a new job. John stayed back, right? John's a police officer. He wanted to stay back, fight crime in the city that he knows, he loves, blah, 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 blah. Okay, John is now back in LA, trying to reunite with his family and piece this back together. He shows up at Nakatomi Plaza, for his wife, Holly, for their Christmas party, okay? All on Christmas Eve. If we take a quick pause though, probably not the best time to be having a company Christmas party on Christmas Eve. I mean, the next day is Christmas, so that's kind of something. And then if this movie has taught us anything, it's like, hey, Hans Gruber and the rest of the terrorists show up at Nakatomi Plaza, kill some innocent people, blow up an entire building. So if you are a company watching this, I would just kind of, little disclaimer, probably not the smartest idea. Nonetheless, okay, the movie takes place on Christmas Eve. Now, if watching movies and having no life has taught me anything, it is that most, if not all, Christmas stories have a Christmas Eve to them, okay? In fact, Hallmark has made a shit ton of money off of this exact type of storyline, okay? You introduce the players in the movie, okay? You let their lives play out. You introduce a conflict, okay? The conflict typically takes a place around Christmas Eve, okay? At the center building, right before Christmas, the night of Christmas Eve, the day of Christmas Eve, something along those lines. The conflict is resolved, and the main players go about, their lives on a happy Christmas Eve. That's literally Die Hard. Okay, the central conflict, the entire thing takes place on Christmas Eve into the wee hours of Christmas morning. Nakatomi Plaza blows up. John McClane is left standing with his wife, reunited to go spend Christmas with their kids. Okay, and if you haven't watched anything more than Die Hard 1, one would believe that the McClanes lived happily ever after. Spoiler alert, they don't. But still, it takes place on Christmas Eve, the entire thing. So does this, take place during Christmas? Check. All right, folks, next piece that a Christmas movie must have. Like I mentioned, we're talking about Christmas themes. All right, when I'm talking about Christmas themes, let's go to the board. We see themes of love. We see themes of family, themes of redemption. More importantly, themes right here, uniting families. That's what the holiday season's all about, uniting families, bringing everyone together for the holidays, all right? Let's examine. So it doesn't take watching Die Hard more than one time to realize, a lot of these themes are present throughout the entire movie. So if we're going to look first at uniting families. Now, John did not go with his wife and kids to Los Angeles. John is from New York. He stayed back in New York as a police officer to fight crime. He has now flown thousands of miles to Los Angeles, presents in hand, to be with his family on Christmas, to try to reunite that family, bring it back together. All right? When the movie kind of starts and throughout a little bit, John's like the Anti-Claus. He doesn't want to be there. He's kind of miserable. He's just not the LA guy even when he lands there, right? He's just kind of thrown off. He's not in his element, okay? But he's still there nonetheless, trying to, reunite that family, trying to bring it back together. He shows up to the Christmas party at Nakatomi Plaza for his wife, right? He doesn't want to be there, but he's there to play nice. Next thing you know, boom, doors go flying down. Hans Gruber's there, machine guns, blowing up the place like a bad Chipotle experience, okay? So just blowing up the place entirely. Now John must face off an entire terrorist organization in the hopes of walking out of this building with his wife to go spend Christmas with her and the kids and reunite that family. So does Die Hard have, that uniting family theme to it? You bet your ass it does. On to the next one. So let's look into the theme of love now, okay? So I believe love and uniting families kind of go hand in hand. If love wasn't present in this movie, when machine guns started just blasting off, John would have just dipped, okay? He already got out. He would have just scaled a building from Nakatomi Plaza. He would have been gone, okay? Chalk it up as an L, go back to New York, go see the kids, let them know mommy's not going to be around anymore, and dad's running the show, all right? Love is present throughout this entire movie, especially even at the end, right? John and Holly make up. They part off into the sunset happily ever after. Again, we're just looking at Die Hard. We're not thinking about Die Hard 2, Die Hard 3, Die Hard 17.5, right? We're just examining why Die Hard is a Christmas movie. So is the theme of love present in this movie? God damn, I think it is. The theme of redemption, all right? John is out to redeem himself to his wife. John, again, chose to stay back in New York, didn't go to LA. Okay, again, John, like we mentioned in Love and Themes Uniting Families, he's not really the most pleasant person to be around. I can definitely relate, okay? He's not the LA kind of guy. He fakes a smile, he's just not happy to be there, but he's there, okay? He showed up. I think that's the more important part. He's trying to redeem himself. He's trying to show that, hey, I might have fucked up before, but I am here now. I'm here to reunite my family. All right, so if we look at that piece, John does redeem himself. Shit, he saves how many people, okay, throughout that entire movie. But when I also think about redemption, I think about a nice man by the name of Sergeant Al Powell. That's right, pal. All right, Sergeant Al Powell. Now, Al rides the desk. He's a police officer. He's off duty. He went to go pick up his pregnant wife some food, before calling it a day, going home. He gets a disturbance call. He picks it up. He's right by Nakatomi Plaza. Something doesn't sound right. He investigates a little bit more. Fired upon. Drives his police car backwards. Boom. But he's there. He reunites with John. Now, Al was riding the desk as a police officer. He accidentally shot a kid. Kid was pointing a toy gun at him. Boom. Al killed him. Al never recovered from that. Never fired a service weapon again. Sticks behind a desk, right? He's afraid to pull that trigger. He's afraid of making another mistake. Okay, just when the movie reaches its end, just when you think we're going to happily ever after, John has Holly in his arms, they meet for the first time. John and Al even embrace, right? Everything's happy. One of Hans's terrorist buddies, one of the gang in the network of terrorists, comes out and he's just getting ready with a machine gun to just light John up. Boom. One single shot, Al Powell. Okay? Al, big redemption character in this movie. Okay? He has redeemed himself. He is back and he saved a fucking life. Okay? So thank you, Sergeant Al Powell. So does this movie have redemption in it? Big check on that one, guys. Big check. All right, folks. Other Christmas elements. Last one here. Are there other Christmas elements happening in this movie that would lead a viewer to believe that they are watching a Christmas movie? Let's examine a little bit deeper. We're going over here. Snow. Now, it does snow at the very end of the movie. It is on Christmas Eve. We have that nice, beautiful snowfall rolling the credits. Boom. With those credits, with that ambiance right there, we do have number 2 on the list here, Christmas music. All right, Christmas music is present throughout the movie of Die Hard. If you don't believe me, put it on. If you do believe me, put it on. It's a Christmas movie. It's a Christmas season. All right, right over here, some Christmas quotes. Are there some Christmas quotes in there? Of course there are. It's Christmas, Theo. It's time for miracles. If this is how they do Christmas, I gotta be here for New Year's. Personal favorite, ho, 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 and now I have a machine gun. So, examining one more time, are there other Christmas elements here? We have Christmas music. We have Christmas trees in the movie as well. Again, they're at a holiday party. We have some Christmas quotes. And by damn it, we've got some snow right there. So are there some other Christmas elements taking place in the movie Die Hard? You bet your ass there are. Folks, at its core, Die Hard is a movie about a man trying to reunite with his family during Christmas. Now, he has flown thousands of miles from home, presents in hand, to be with his family. He's shown up to his wife's Christmas party. He's tried to play nice. He took down an entire terrorist network led by the incomparable Hans Gruber, all in the sake of love, all in the sake of family, all in the sake of reuniting his family, bringing everybody together for Christmas, for the Christmas season. Now, if that isn't the makings of a Christmas movie, then I must have forgotten what the meaning of Christmas is all about. This experience, this podcast, is dedicated to the men and women who lost their lives December 24th, 1988 at Nakatomi Plaza. This movie is for John McClane. This movie is for everybody who needed to show this movie during the Christmas season to prove that they were right and their grandma was wrong. I'm sorry, Grammy. Tough titties. Thanks for stopping by, folks. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. We'll see you next time.